Running out of gray coloring is the worst. But fear not, because this is the ultimate tutorial on how to make brilliant gray food coloring. While gray might not be the most popular color used in baking, it is certainly gaining traction and we love it. Gray food coloring adds a touch of elegance and mysticism to cakes and pasties alike. How to make gray food coloring. In our opinion, getting the correct shade of gray in frostings and other baked goods is extremely difficult to achieve and often infuriating. You go to the baking shop and buy the exact shade you need, just to find out after hours of baking that it is one shade off. Now, some can let this go, but if you are anything like us, that one shade is one shade too many. Luckily, today's video is packed with a ton of ways you can make gray food coloring for your food items. Option 1. Mixing black and white food coloring. This is the simplest and most effective way to make pure gray food coloring that you can store for later use. Mixing black and white food coloring will allow you to play around with different shades of gray until you find the one you are looking for. Once you are done mixing, you can place the mixture into an old empty food coloring bottle or even a resealable plastic bag. To start first, think about the shade of gray you want to get. If you want a very dark gray, add white to a black food coloring base. If you only want a light gray, you will add a few drops of black to a white food coloring base. You will always use much more of the base color. If you want a mid-tone gray, use white as a base color and keep adding black. It is always easier to darker a color than to make it lighter. Option 2. Mix other colors. You can use the color wheel to figure out what colors make gray. The rule of thumb to create a neutral gray is to mix a primary and complementary color. You can also mix all three primary colors to make gray, red and green, blue and orange, and yellow and purple. The biggest obstacle is lightening these colors. The easiest way to do so is by using white food coloring. Another color mixing option is black and blue food coloring. But, again, you will need white to help lighten the color. Option 3. Add color to a light batter. If you have a light batter, there are a ton of ingredients you can add to slowly change the color to gray. Adding black food coloring, specifically gel coloring, will help create a ton of beautiful gray shades. The biggest problem with this is getting nice dark shades of gray. You will need to add quite a lot of black, which could be wasteful and be a messy experience. Another clever method is to add some black cocoa powder. This will instantly give you a darker shade of gray, but it will also change the flavor of your dish. What you will need to make gray food coloring. Ingredients: black gel food coloring, white gel food coloring. Step-by-step instructions for making gray food coloring. Step 1. Mix the colors. To start is fairly easy. Add some white gel food coloring into a small glass mixing bowl. If you need a very dark shade of gray, then start with black food coloring as your base. Slowly add a few drops at a time to the white base, and between each addition, mix the colors using a toothpick or skewer. Step 2. Test the color. Between every addition and mixing of colors, or even if you think you are close to getting the right color, you can test it on a piece of paper towel. To do this, simply take the toothpick with some color on it and softly paint it on the sheet of white kitchen towel. Step 3. Use or store the coloring. Once you have achieved the desired shade of gray, you can either use it immediately, or you can store it for future use. To use it, slowly add a few drops of your homemade gray food coloring to the item you want to color. Mix before adding some more to get a darker color. To store the coloring, use your spatula to scrape out as much coloring as you can from the glass bowl and place it into the container of your choice. We prefer using old empty food coloring bottles. Tips and tricks. You can use the same method to test the shade of gray when mixing black and blue, or primary and complementary colors. However, we recommend combining those colors directly into your batter or frosting to have a much more accurate representation of what it will come out as. We use a toothpick or wooden skewer instead of a spoon to mix the colors because of the surface area. A spoon has a bigger surface area, meaning more coloring will sit on it instead of mixing. Naturally, a toothpick has less surface area, meaning it will mix more than it holds onto. Yes, it will take longer to mix the colors, but it is worth it. Instead of testing the color on a paper towel, you can test it directly in your frosting or batter. Just make sure to add color slowly. Remember, it is harder to lighten a shade than to make it darker. Practice, practice, practice. The best way to figure out exactly how to make the color gray is by testing every method you can. This will help you choose what works best for you and what gives you the closest shade to what you have in mind. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.